Testing, testing. Oops. Hey, what's up, Niall? How you doing? You're up late, right? Or is it tomorrow already in the UK? What's going on? Hey, everybody. All right, where's my chat at? Where's my chat? My chat's gone. Chat. Adding source. Moving it down here. What's up, non-fam? Hey, there we go. You sat staring at your TV eating Nutella out of the jar. I love it. I just love it. That's so great. That's so something I would do, but it would be chocolate frosting, probably. I love it. Oh my gosh. So much. I love it. Okay, let me get this chat box just a little higher. And then we will talk about... Let's see. We will talk about today. What's up, Jason Brown? Hi, coming in from Facebook. What's going on? Okay. That didn't work. Come on. Trial and error. Nicotine Jenkins, welcome back. Hey. Is your real name Nicotine? Question mark. Thank you again for those super chats today. That was awesome. I love it. Okay. Where my chat at from the front to back? Da-na-na-na-na. Got one hand up. Okay, this. Does it say that I'm live? I must be live because you guys are here. I just want to make sure. There we go. Okay, I'm live. I think. Yes. Okay. Sweet. Well, for anybody who's missed today's event, I didn't know it was coming. I'm not sure many people did at all. Actually, to be honest, I don't know much about the NASA program and the Artemis program. But today, NASA announced that they will be using SpaceX Starship, specifically Starship vehicle, to take people back to Mars. Take people back to the moon, not Mars, eventually Mars. So that's a really big deal. And I don't know how to explain it all, so I live streamed earlier while I was dealing with something else. a woodpecker situation on the side of my bedroom. If you missed the stream, you'll see it while I'm replaying it. So what I'm doing is I'm replaying the audio that I was streaming from my iPhone into my microphone on the Android that I was live streaming on. And it was NASA's live stream. So the audio is, it's okay. But good news, everybody. If you come to my channel regularly, you know that I have audio issues like pretty much 80% of the time. Wait for it. Buckle up, everybody. I just made probably the best investment of my YouTube channel. I paid $139 for a looping software that does the audio stuff for me. So I think that I got it all working. So you guys ready for this? Okay, let's do this. Okay. And let me know if you can't hear it on your end, please. If it cuts out, if it gets funky. What's up, Emerald Oil Girl? Hey! Did the Shiny CDs work so well? It, like, beautifully worked. I haven't heard them since. So, thank you. Here we go. This is my response to Elon's tweet a few days ago about, let me play this first and maybe we'll get back to it. I kind of predicted that his tweet implied that maybe they got the contract yesterday and it was announced today that they did. So I was pretty stoked and kind of patting myself on the back and showing you on the stream. So if you're interested, take a look. Also go to my Twitter. You'll see the tweet there. I'm pretty proud of that. That's pretty cool. Okay, so here we go. So... see, the stream started. The NASA live stream started. Staying by. I'll find it. It's a public service announcement. Oops, too far. I want to make sure I don't miss it. Okay, so basically I did a little rant saying NASA really needs help with their media and getting people excited about space again. So if any young people out there and you're interested in space and working for NASA and helping bring excitement to this. My roommate must have just started streaming like a movie or something. Burp, 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 burp. The audio is low. Thank you. Okay, let's see if I can get my internet to work. Never been a better time than now for Starlink.
So congratulations to the SpaceX team. SpaceX design is a single-stage solution using their Starship. It provides extensive volume for the crew with 2 airlocks and ample down mass capability.
Can you hear it okay?
SpaceX proposal included in-space propellant transfer demonstration and uncrewed test landing. So now we've selected our partner, and for the next phase going forward, we have to make sure that the testing occurs because we're not going to launch humans until we have a successful test. So we will be working to make sure that the design and everything that we have going forward so far is ready to go. So the human landing system is going to allow us to be able to access different parts of the lunar surface.
Yeah.
But it also allows us to explore a new technology and capabilities that will help us when we are trying to figure out our next round of technologies to be able to help us land on Mars or other planets out there. I'd like to thank the companies for the great work this past year. We've all learned a lot. I'd like to thank the NASA team because you have definitely risen to this challenge. It is one more step and an exciting group of steps that will get us to a sustainable human landing system to the moon.
Wow. Music is so cheesy, but so is SpaceX's a little bit. They're gonna. There we go. Demonetized, but that's okay. But wait, there's more.
About time.
I wonder how I skip forward like 15 seconds without. $141. Okay. Oh, I was responding to a text message. C'est fini? Elon was not there. There was not a representative of SpaceX there. I think it was pretty sudden movement. Elon time, you know? I the second SpaceX jet was heading north from Brownsville. So it's likely it wasn't Elon that was headed up to NASA or something. Let me look. Sorry for all the bad audio just for this temporary period. Okay, so this is
Please ask one
the press
question and address
conference.
one speaker at a time. You may enter the queue again and ask additional questions afterwards.
The audio
We will hear
keeps
from
going up and down.
Acting NASA Administrator Steve Gerzik. Steve?
Steve was not available apparently at that moment.
Monica, it looks like Steve's line has disconnected. Thank you.
Another reason for Starlink.
Oh, I think I might have them one moment. They're calling back. Apologize.
Oh, it's super chats. Thank you. They can't demonetize this. Yes. Thank you. I love it. Thank you so much. I will be streaming SN15, yes. Not from Texas, but I'll be getting there soon, hopefully. Not a silly question.
This is Steve Kirsh. I'm excited to be here today to provide an update on our Artemis program. For the last year, NASA has continued to move our programs and missions forward while keeping our workforce healthy and safe. And like all organizations, it's been a real challenge. I'm real proud of our workforce and our partners and what we've been able to accomplish. Less than a year ago, we had the first launch of American astronauts from American soil with the Demo 2 mission in almost a decade, followed by the Crew 1 mission in November, and the Crew 2 mission is set to launch April 22nd, Thursday of next week.
I'll be streaming that too.
Proud of the NASA SpaceX team. We continued safe and productive operations of the International Space Station. We had the launch and landing of the Perseverance rover, and we're currently preparing for the first powered flight on another planet with the Ingenuity helicopter. These and many other accomplishments are testimony to the talent, hard work, and dedication of the NASA workforce, along with our industry and international partners. I could not be more proud of our team.
You should totally steal it.
Space exploration now, but more countries are taking aim at the moon. We have a strong plan to get astronauts back on the moon under the Artemis program, and we're excited about these next steps. We're working diligently with our partners to ensure we meet our national goals of landing the next American astronaut on the moon as quickly and safely as possible. At least one of those astronauts will make history with this lander as the first one on the moon, a historic first. Additionally, the first person of color will also walk on the moon as part of the Artemis program.
The first part. It's great.
Our mission is inspiration, and we are inspiring the Artemis generation, and we won't stop at the moon. NASA's long-term goal has always been to send humans to Mars.
I just want to pause and point out that he just said in the media, the press, the guy at NASA said that it's honorable and notable that they will be finally, he didn't say finally, I'm saying finally, putting a woman into space, okay, one, and a person of color into space, one, okay? What? Like, I didn't even, like, it's taken this long to get a woman and a person of color into space. Yeah. So you'll see the look on my face. I do it a couple times, like, and when I have this YouTube channel, I really just want to get people inspired about space, young people, and also women. I want women to be excited about geeky stuff, but young people, and because okay, continuing on. I'm shaking my head.
Landing and the key piece to our moon to Mars
Ghetto rig.
accomplish the next landing.
This is not my audio problem.
It is a big step in that.
It wasn't mine.
Capability we need to return astronauts to the surface of the moon for the first time since 1972. A modern human landing system. This is an incredible time to be involved in human exploration for all humanity. So we have a lot of information to get through today. So I'm going to turn it back over to
Yeah,
Monica
real life.
to our next speaker.
Come on, Monica. Welcome to the plot. Thank you.
Next, we will hear from Kathy Leaders, the Associate Administrator for the Human Exploration and Operations Mission Directorate at NASA. Kathy?
Hi, Kathy.
Thanks again for being here. You know, when Steve asked me to take on this job last year, I knew there'd be a lot of exciting missions going on, but once again, you guys get to hear today about another exciting milestone that we have in progress for human spaceflight and exploration under now the Artemis program. You know, the human landing system is a vital part of NASA's deep space exploration plan. And the human landing system joins our other parts, NASA's Space Launch System, the Orion spacecraft, and the Gateway Lunar Outpost, and really completes then the foundation of the exploration program.
I'm snoring.
All vital parts of NASA's deep space exploration plan. And we've seen a lot of recent success with so many of these components. So let me go through a few things here. Just recently, the core stage of NASA's Space Launch System, the most powerful rocket the agency has ever built, completed a full-duration green run hot fire test. This was a critical milestone ahead of the agency's Artemis 1 mission, which will send an uncrewed Orion spacecraft on a test flight around the moon and back to Earth, and which will pave the way for our future Artemis missions to the lunar surface. I always say that the Artemis ones are shakedown, where we're making sure that the vehicle is all checked out before we can put the crews on that mission. Additionally, the last year we made agreements to collaborate on the Gateway Lunar Outpost with key international partners and have a number of commercial contributions on it. NASA is showing that everyone we have what it takes, but we're not playing alone. It's very important for us that we do it as a team with both our international partners and our industry partners. So our goal 50 years ago was to prove we could land humans on the moon and return them safely to Earth. And this time our goal is to return to the moon in a sustainable way, to gain insight and bring back lessons that will help propel us into greater exploration that's never been done before. And we're doing it different in a lot of ways this time. Our efforts will draw on insight and effort from across America, serving as unparalleled and inspiring example of what humanity can do when it comes together to achieve a common goal for the common good. We bring together the capabilities and resources of our international and commercial
Replying.
partners to return to the moon and go on to Mars. And we will demonstrate to young people around the world the power of a unified purpose. We're also doing with crews that are more diverse than ever before. Near and dear to my heart, we are sending a woman, like Steve said, to the surface of the moon on this lander. Representing the diversity of the American public will mean a lot for those out there who will be watching. We'll show them you can land on the moon. And this is what an astronaut looks like. So we're hoping to not only get a woman on the moon, but as we're bringing our future missions on, also getting a person of color on the moon, so all of us can see ourselves on the moon. We are grateful for the contributions and commitments from all of our commercial and international partners. NASA's Apollo program proved it is possible to land humans on the moon and return them safely to Earth. But when NASA returns to the moon with the Artemis program, it will go in a way that reflects the world today, with government, industry, and international partners in a global effort to build and test the systems needed for challenging Mars and beyond. So I'm going to turn it over to Monica because I think there's some news that's coming up for us.
Boy, buckle up.
Thank you, Kathy. So next, we will hear from the HLS Program Manager, Lisa Watson-Morgan, who has some exciting news about the U.S. company that's building the Artemis human lander. Lisa?
Thanks, Monica. Yeah,
guys are funny.
across the agency and spread all across the country with U.S. industry to bring us to this very exciting step today. I'd like to personally thank each of the teams, each of the companies that have been with us in this endeavor. The Blue Origin-led team, the Dynetics team, the Leidos companies, and the SpaceX team. Your leadership teams and host of personnel executing during this amazing 11 months has been really wonderful. The HL team developed outstanding relationships with each of the partner companies during this 11-month period. At each company, we provided unique strengths during the base period. We moved rapidly, and we achieved milestones that got us closer and closer to our goal of a human lunar landing. We worked through technical and safety standards to include health and medical requirements for the crew. Each design was different, which was really exciting to see. And during the base period of performance over the last several months, we were looking to see what industry partners could bring to NASA with respect to innovation for a modern human landing system. NASA encouraged offers to propose those innovative solutions, performing crewed lunar demonstration missions. Throughout the procurement, NASA and the base period contractors.
I just want to pause real quick because I think we have somebody new in the chat. Jay Sets. Jay Sets just asked, question, do you have ADD? And I answered, ADHD, yes. So welcome, Jay Sets, to the chat. Yes. Yes. And it's one of my superpowers. You see my cape flying in the wind? Superpower. Playing.
Have been working towards reliable and economical solutions to meet our goals. NASA personnel supported each part, design support, analysis, subject matter experts, and testing. NASA had this inline team working alongside each partner, which helped us to move faster. This collaborative relationship will continue as we move into this Option A period of performance. And NASA will continue to work closely with our selected partner to build the first commercial HLS.
It's hard to respond on
Providing
here.
insight throughout this development, and it's ensuring that this system will be safe for our astronauts. In addition, NASA is requiring a test flight to fully check out all systems with a landing on the lunar surface prior to our formal demonstration.
No kidding.
And we know that Option A demonstration mission is where we take humans to the surface and return them safely, so that Orion can return them back safely to Earth. So we want to make sure that everything is checked out and everything is ready prior to that. So today, I'm very excited.
She's very
And
excited.
we're all very excited to announce
They're all
that
excited.
we have awarded SpaceX
Wow!
development of our integrated human landing system.
SpaceX!
SpaceX Starship is a fully reusable launch and landing system designed for travel to the moon and other future destinations. It's a single-stage crewed landing system. It utilizes Earth orbit refueling of liquid oxygen and liquid methane propellants. The system leans on the company's tested Raptor engines, flight heritage of the Falcon and Dragon vehicles.
I didn't hear this part.
Spacious cabins and 2 airlocks.
I didn't hear this part because I was inside looking for food to eat because I was completely out of food. I was looking for food and I found chicken noodle soup, so I'm warming it up.
With a great deal of space.
So I haven't heard any of this, so I'm reacting for the first time right now.
For our crew, as well as additional payload capability that will permit us to take experiments to the moon and return samples back and do all the important science that we want to do on this mission. As the first human lunar lander in 50 years, this innovative human landing system will be a hallmark in space exploration history, and we're going to help to write that history. NASA's Apollo program captured the world's attention and demonstrated the power of America's vision and technology. towards Mars. Thank you, Monica.
You guys are funny.
And this is a very exciting time. Next, we will hear from Mark Kirsh, the Deputy Associate Administrator for Advanced Exploration Systems at NASA. While this is an exciting time, there are also exciting steps ahead. So that's what we're going to hear from Mark. Mark?
See, there she has some inflection.
And as you said, today represents a huge accomplishment on our journey, but it's certainly not the last. And that's what we want to talk about now. Kathy mentioned earlier that we are more open than ever to innovative ideas and new ways of doing business. And that extends beyond today's award. There's a lot in store for new within this industry. And our planned activities on the lunar surface and the cislunar space around the moon will provide excellent opportunities for NASA to expand its commercial and global partnerships. So for the past year, under the base period contract, NASA has worked with 3 contractors, and moving forward today, NASA and SpaceX will continue development of really 2 vehicles. One, the first will be an uncrewed lunar landing test flight, and the second will be the first crewed landing. So again, this contract, the Option A contract, is for a single crewed landing demonstration mission. We have to move on to next. We have to be able to provide the recurring landing services for, as Kathy talked about, the sustainable mission we have. So, well, the majority of the program will be focused on this first crewed mission under the contract award today. Lisa's team will also begin work immediately on this follow-up competition. We're accelerating what's called the Lunar Landing Services Procurement. This competition will provide regularly recurring services to the lunar surface that will enable these crewed missions on a sustainable basis. As early as next week, we'll be engaging industry for their input on how to best fashion and enable competition for this very important acquisition. We'll be looking for the best mechanism out of the suite of acquisition tools we have available to get the best and most possible industry participation. All of us here at NASA were impressed with all of our base period partners, their unique and innovative solutions to meet our goals. And our hope is that we'll see all 3 of these companies and other companies born in the base period providing transportation to the moon, increasing opportunities for exploration, and stimulating a lunar-based economy. So we all look forward to working with SpaceX. Lisa, congratulations to your team for the work they've done to get us here. And Monica, back to you.
Monica. Thanks, Mark.
Now we will open the floor for questions from the media.
Here we go.
Reporters on the line, press star 1 to get in queue and ask a question, and the operator will open you when it's your time. Please remember to state your name and media affiliation before you speak, and address the specific speaker that you would like to answer your question. Please only ask 1 question per speaker at a time. Thank you.
We will now begin the question-answer session. As a reminder, it's star 1 to ask a question. Unmute, clearly record your name and association. One moment. Our first question comes from Isam Hamid. Your line is open.
Oh, hi. Thanks for taking my question. This is Isam Ahmed from AFP. Sorry, it might be a fairly basic question, but I'm trying to understand how Lander would sort of integrate with SLS and Orion together, because Starship is its own system as well. So how do they sort of combine? What's going to happen there? Sorry, whoever's most relevant for that.
I'm going to increase the volume a little bit. Tell me if it's bad or good.
Hey, Lisa, why don't you answer that? I'd be happy to.
Oh my God.
That's a great question. Thank you for the question. So what we plan on doing is, from an operational concept, HLS goes to the near rectilinear halo orbit, and we're there monitoring, performing system checkouts, and making sure that everything is ready. The ecosystem, life support system, all systems go and ready. So once we get that okay, that the system is ready to ferry crew, then the SLS carries Orion to the near rectilinear halo orbit, at which time it will dock with Gateway. And then, so for future missions, then we will receive crew from the Gateway. For our initial mission, we can receive crew from either direction. the location and orbit at which we will receive the crew.
Wait a second. Hold on. I missed all of this. And I need to back up so I can hear it again. I thought it was just Starship taking all of NASA's stuff. Okay, let's see if it'll let me. Okay, let me write down. The timestamp is 2 hours and 2 minutes, 18 seconds, but let's see what this does. Oh, okay. So I can go back 5 seconds. Okay. One more time. Wait. Let's hear it.
Their unique and innovative solutions to
Mark,
Lisa, congratulations to your team for the work they've done.
Mark, or speak and address the specific speaker that you would like to.
Okay, let me
Unmute. Clear.
get back to the question.
Thanks for taking my question. This is Ahmed from ASD. Sorry, it might be a fairly basic question, but I'm trying to understand how Lander would sort of integrates with SLS and Orion together, because Starship is its own system as well. So how do they sort of combine? What's gonna happen there? Sorry, whoever is most relevant for that. Hello.
Going to answer that. I'd be happy to. So that's a great question, and thank you for the question. So what we plan on doing is, from an operational concept, HLS goes to the near rectilinear halo orbit, and we're there ordering, performing system checkouts, and making sure that everything is ready. The Eclipse system, life support system, all systems go and ready. And so once we get that okay, that the system is ready to ferry crew, then the SLS carries Orion to the near rectilinear halo orbit, at which time it will.
Okay. What is the SLS, Space Launch System? Is that what they're trying to develop that's like $1 bajillion? I'm so confused. Okay. Maybe somebody can. I forgot about that. Hello. Why would they utilize all this old existing infrastructure when we have SpaceX coming in hot, clearly launching? Wait, okay. I have questions.
Will dock with Gateway, and then so for future missions, then we will receive crew from the Gateway. For our initial mission, we can receive crew from either direct from Orion or from Gateway. So we must have the SLS and Orion complement in order to take the crew to the location and orbit at which we will receive the.
Okay. We must have SLS and Orion complement. Wait, is Orion a different vehicle? I'm so confused. And what is Gateway? And also, why would there be. Why would they. I have more questions.
The crew, and then the HLS, the SpaceX architecture that we have awarded, will then descend to lunar service with our crew.
What?
And get out and perform EVAs, moonwalks, the science, get back into the Starship, and return back to the safe haven, at which time they'll go into Orion, which will return them back to the Earth.
Wait a second. Whoa. Why wouldn't they just go from the moon back to Earth? Do we know this yet? How far away is the moon, I guess? Bueller. Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
One more. Hold on. I'm not sure I understand.
Then the purpose that HL. So why don't you answer that?
Okay. Hold on. Let's get back to the hello.
SLS and Orion together because Starship is its own system as well. So how do they sort of combine? What's gonna happen there? Whoever's most relevant for that. Hello.
Hey, Lisa, why don't you answer that? Yeah, I'd be happy to. So,
Okay.
that's a great question, and thank you for the question. So what we plan on doing is from an operational concept, HLS goes to the near rectilinear halo orbit, and we're there.
Okay, what is the neolector linear halo orbit? And okay.
Ordering, performing system checkouts, and making sure that everything is ready. The ecosystem, life support system, all systems go and ready. And so once we get that okay, that the system is ready to ferry crew, then the SLS carries Orion to the near rectilinear halo orbit, at which time it will dock with Gateway, and then.
Hold on, I'm reading the chat. What you guys are saying. Don't think Starship is re-entry capable yet. Well, we're gonna find out in July. There may be one explosion, but no. It's a new orbit that allows for access to both poles. What's up, Justin Engel? Thank you. They're in orbit around the moon where the craft always has view of the Earth, which is vital because of a lot of ice at both poles. I'm still confused, but keep that information coming. It's very helpful. Thank you.
So for future missions, then we will receive crew from the Gateway. For our initial mission, we can receive crew from either direct from Orion or from Gateway. So we.
Okay, so what are Orion and what is Orion and what is Gateway?
Must have the SLS and Orion complement in order to take the crew to the location in orbit at which we will receive the crew, and then the HLS, the SpaceX architecture that we have awarded, will then descend to lunar service with our crew. They will get out and perform EVAs, moonwalks, the science, get back into the Starship, and return back to the safe haven, at which time they'll go into Orion, which will return them back to the Earth.
Thank you.
Okay, so Orion, and okay, so Niall said Orion is the crew capsule of the SLS. The bajillion dollar SLS project, right? Why wouldn't they use the Dragon crew capsule? That goes on. Oh, because Starship doesn't. Okay. Starship. Okay. For right now, Starship. Okay. What? That's why. Because it launches on a Falcon 9. But okay. Gateway is essentially a meeting hub of the moon. Orion is a capsule like Dragon in a sense, and Gateway is a lunar space station. Okay. And Gateway exists right now. Gateway is like the wardrobe. Orion is like Narnia. Dragon is designed for Falcon, and Falcon can't go to the moon. Right. Okay. So basically, they're using an old capsule because that's what they have. But SpaceX could probably whip one out really quickly, but we'll worry about that later. We won't worry about it because, Elon Musk takes care of business. Thank you, everybody.
Our next question comes from Andrea Limefelder with the Houston Chronicle. Your line is open.
is it going to launch on the SLS to get up into orbit? How does it get there? And then second, obviously we've been watching development, and they haven't quite stuck the landing yet. So, are you sure that it'll be ready in time for when NASA plans to be lowering astronauts on the moon? Thank you.
Okay, pause. I am gonna say this. I just want to reach through the phone and not touch anybody, but just kind of go like this. Just shake up that person's, whoever told her to say that. Because that's what trolls do about innovation. That's FUD right there. The fear of the unknown. And that is frustrating. That's what holds back breakthroughs. Kirsh rant in this stream. You're welcome.
So for the human landing system, all partners had to propose an entire integrated landing system to include a launch vehicle. And so for this design, SpaceX has chosen to launch Starship and many refueling tankers on a super heavy booster. And so everyone had to propose their own launch vehicle in order to take their system to the place to marry up with Orion and Kirsh. And so, as I mentioned earlier, we also are performing a landing test on the moon prior to any crew fitness activities.
Duh.
That will give us confidence that we know that our partners, along with us, will be ready. In addition, as I mentioned in some of the opening remarks, we have a collaborative workforce, which are subject matter experts on the NASA team who are working alongside the partners. So we're working alongside with SpaceX, and as we have areas that we need to work through, then we'll work through those.
I missed a lot.
Right now, everything looks good. Our next question comes from Stephen Clark, Space Flight Now. Your line is open.
Thank you for taking my question. Stephen Clark, Spaceflight Now. Just wanted to get some comments on why NASA did not select more than one HLS provider for option A. We've heard NASA for years now talk about the benefits of competition with COTS and CRS and commercial crew, and it seems like you're at least for this demonstration, not going that route. So just some comments on why not, and also just a clarification for the option A demonstrations. How many refueling tankers will be needed for the Starship flight to the moon, and also will this option A demonstration go through the gateway, or will Orion dock directly to the Starship? And how does that work? Some more details there, please. Thanks.
So I'll take the
Okay, he had the same question I did, the last one. Sorry, crackers. About does Orion dock with Starship? And you guys are saying it doesn't. But SpaceX will create something in order for the crew to travel in it, so you can avoid all these going here to here to here to here to here to here, and it will be able to survive re-entry. I'm saying it right now. I'm not going to drop the mic because it's expensive, but mic drop. Jessica Kirsh said it.
first part, and then I'll let Lisa take the second part. Okay. So, this is obviously part of an overall strategy, right? So we weighed a lot of things, including what we're getting from the demonstration mission, what we want for our potential future procurement for our sustainable landers, and it was in NASA's best interest, along with kind of the budget that was there for us to award Launch Day demonstration. Everyone had to be able to dock and transfer crew, and for future missions that Mark discussed, some of our sustaining and services missions in the future, we will require
Sorry for that,
launch
guys.
to both, and we will primarily receive crew from Gateway. That's our sustained path to give us global access to the moon, and will help us to have a more sustainable program. Our
Today.
next question comes from Jeff Faust from Space News. Your line is open.
Good afternoon. Question probably for Lisa Watson Morgan. If you can elaborate a little bit more on the factors that led you to select SpaceX and only SpaceX for the award, technical, price, etc. And then also perhaps for Acting Administrator Kirsick.
Ow.
Returning humans to the moon as soon as possible. Do you have a no earlier than date? Is 2024 still feasible for doing so? Thank you.
Like we
Um.
talked about, we looked at, and I think you all will see the source selection statement, but we talked about kind of looking at, obviously, with the factors that are there, what's the best value to the government, right, for the technical approach that's there. I want to emphasize, we tend to talk about this particular award, but this is part of a strategy for us to, an overall strategy for us to get sustaining missions to the lunar surface, which is what, Mark Kirsh had already talked about. So when we looked at that overall strategy, and we looked at where we are now, and with the awards that we had now and the capabilities there, and then we also looked at how we're evolving the Artemis strategy, and looking at potentially bringing in our services procurement earlier, like Mark talked about. We felt like this is a strategy. From a NASA perspective, for us to award, to begin discussions with industry about how to further develop additional competition out there for a future services contract. So this is obviously part of an overall larger strategy, and we'll be continuing to, include you on that strategy as
Oh my gosh. I had no idea how loud that stuff was from me moving around. I am so sorry, everybody. Wow, that's terrible. See, I need to have the ability to hear that crap so I can stop it. And do you like my Elon Musk shirt? I was wearing that before the news was even announced this morning. I wore it on a podcast that I was recording, a Kilowatt podcast, talking about Tesla and Elon before this news broke.
that strategy gets approved at the agency level and, gets rolled out. This is the first step.
Yeah, and just here's the second part to your question. So we're currently undertaking internal comprehensive review of Artemis and its component programs to ensure that they can be implemented as quickly, efficiently, and effectively as possible within our existing resource constraints, while maintaining the safety standards, making sure we can conduct the missions safely with our astronauts. The HLS contract provides for launch and lunar landing as soon as 2024, in accordance with the contractor's approved development and mission schedule. So we had made planning into 2024 a goal in the RFP we put out that allowed the three contractors to update their proposals, and that's what's in the plan right now that SpaceX proposed awarding a contract for. Congress provided funding that supports the award of the contract.
I'm saying it now. I think SpaceX will have people to Mars. Maybe not staying up there, but by the end of next year. That's my prediction. Maybe not for NASA, but for private citizens.
Fly when it's safe.
Oops. And if it's not to the moon, yeah, I think they will.
Right? And as you guys have noticed, as we've been bringing on new capabilities, yes, you have goals when you want them to happen, but we are flying people again. We'll be flying people to the lunar surface, and we'll do it when it's safe.
Yeah, Kathy's absolutely right. We're never going to drive to a date or a programmatic goal and compromise safety. I think we've demonstrated that, with our current partnerships, and that'll be the case for the development of the human landing system. So thanks for the question.
Our next question comes from Eric Barker. Your line is open.
Hi, Eric Berg with Ars Technica. Thanks for doing this. Two questions, I guess. One for Steve and one for Kathy. Steve, I guess, would it be accurate to say that NASA could not afford the Dynetics and National Team bids with the current budget from Congress? You got about 1/4 of what you asked for, and SpaceX was clearly the lowest bid. And then Kathy, I'm just curious, was the progress that we've all seen at Boca Chica, they're blowing up Starships, but they're moving really quickly in their development program. Was that a factor in your determination that SpaceX had the best
Yay!
plan to get NASA back to the moon?
Pro Starship.
Hey, Eric, this is Steve.
Thank you.
Yes, so we looked at evaluated
Hold on. I just want to play just that part again. Finally, somebody in the media who's on SpaceX's side. Ars Technica, you're so darn smart.
development of the human landing system. So thanks for the question.
Our next question comes from Eric Barker. Your line is open.
Hi, Eric Berg with Ars Technica. Thanks for doing this. Two questions, I guess. One for Steve and one for Kathy. Steve, I guess, would it be accurate to say that NASA could not afford the Dynetics and National Team bids with the current budget from Congress? You got about 1/4 of what you asked for, and SpaceX was clearly the lowest bid. And then Kathy, I'm just curious, was the progress that we've all seen at Boca Chica, they're blowing up Starships, but they're moving really quickly in their development program. Was that a factor in your determination that SpaceX had the best plan or the
Yes.
best plan to get NASA back to the moon?
I need water.
Hey, Eric, this is Steve. Yes, so we looked at evaluated each company's proposal independently, and we used the criteria that in the solicitation, which is in order of importance, technical approach, and management approach. So given the evaluation of the three proposals, the technical approach, cost management approach, and the budget we have available, we determined the best way forward for us was to select SpaceX for option A, and then to move forward and accelerate the landing services procurement, and we'll be reaching out to all of industry to get input on how to best move forward on the landing services procurement, which will enable awards for HLS contracts for landers subsequent for the first landing, demo landing with SpaceX.
Hey, and I think the second question was the role of SLS and Orion, and how does the HLS get to work? And I think, Lisa, why don't you talk a little bit about kind of the concept? I think you covered it before when you talked about, we're planning on doing a human landing system rendezvous in, NRHO, but why don't you talk a little bit about the SpaceX concept? And normally we'd have one of the providers here under these types of things and have them talk about their concepts, but
Right.
Lisa and the team have been working with them really closely.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So
So my theory is Elon jumped the gun and no, he didn't jump the gun. His tweets may have delivered some information. Nope. Yeah. Because I predicted yesterday from his tweet using symbols of a telescope, a human or a stick figure, a heart, and a moon, and maybe a dog, Doge, that maybe that meant that Starship got the lunar lander, the lunar won this. And I don't know why they wouldn't have SpaceX or they wouldn't have Elon there to do a news conference or anybody or representatives from SpaceX. So I think that either news leaked and somebody got a hold of it and just pushed it, likely, or maybe, or Elon, I'm not sure, but there was the second jet, the SpaceX second jet leaving Brownsville earlier today. So maybe they're going up to NASA to meet and do something else. I don't know, but stay tuned.
Multiple launches, and part of their concept is to have refueling in low Earth orbit. They'll perform that refueling, and that will allow them to go back and forth. And as we mentioned, once the Starship portion is fully checked out, then the SLS will launch the Orion to the appropriate rendezvous point, and they'll do their rendezvous and prox operation, and they'll dock, gather the crew, and perform all the science. So very typical operational concept, mission architecture, and the timeline that we have.
So many extra steps.
Our next question comes from Keith Allen with NASA Watchdog. Your line is open.
Hi, question for Steve Jersey. Senator Nelson's been a staunch supporter of the SLS since day one. And if NASA really used the capability of SpaceX's Starship architecture to its fullest sustainable extent, this could easily set forth a path for Senator Nelson's confirmation hearing is next week. If he says that this procurement decision needs to be revisited, is NASA prepared to redo the initial Phase A procurement to
What?
more than one HLS contractor? And if Congress needs to enact changes in law to accommodate a procurement change, has NASA given thought as to how this will be accomplished?
Wait a second. Is this guy asking them to revisit their decision? Hold on, let me back up. Just hold on. Who is this guy? Is he a senator or a politician?
Capability of SpaceX's Starship architecture to its fullest sustainable extent, this could easily set forth a path for
Oh, I missed.
Nelson's confirmation hearing is next week. If he says that this procurement decision needs to be revisited, is NASA prepared to redo the initial Phase A procurement to pick more than one HLS contractor? And if Congress needs to enact changes in law to accommodate a procurement change, has NASA given thought as to how this will be accomplished?
No. It's decided, dude.
So kind of three parts there. Part is
What
we
are-
have no plans to change our architecture. Concept of operations. The lunar landing mission. So I think both Kathy and Lisa outline how the architecture is laid out and how the concept of operations is going to work, and we have no plans to change that.
No plans to change that. Sorry, I'm talking with my mouth full. No plans. That is a outlandish question that person asked. Sorry, person, whoever you are. You're probably a nice person. Nothing against you, but what you said is surprising.
So, we've conducted this procurement as we said we would, with a competition for a base period of contract, selecting 3 contractors, and then updated proposals for them, an updated set of requirements, and we evaluated those proposals and made a selection, and we're moving forward.
Moving forward.
No intent to revisit the selection at all.
Oh, you can tell that I'm picking up on the very stern, like, correction here. Look at my face.
proposal, and we're moving forward, and don't anticipate requesting or needing any change at all.
No.
Our next question comes from Chris Davenport from the Washington Post. Your line is open.
Hi, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. I guess this is for Kathy. First, I don't know that Eric Berger's question got fully answered. I was wondering the same thing in terms of the cost of the prohibiting you from moving forward with more than one provider. And also, this is the first time we're hearing it about this landing services contract, subsequent competition. I'm just wondering, do you think you'll have more money spent for that? If you could provide some details. Flights you're thinking about, what the timeline is. Thanks.
So, first the way and Chris, you're well aware of the way the process goes. I mean, the team goes off. We got 3 really great proposals. The team went and looked at them, and then looking at
Wait a second. Who is Chris? She said, Chris, you're well aware of how this process works. Is he an employee at... Wow. You're well aware. Wow.
the proposal, the first thing you get to do is for selection is go say what's the best value to the government, but then the strategy and the goals of the original goals of the procurement, right? And so understanding that, but then we also go and look at how does that then fit within with the overall strategy and where we are now with what we're trying to achieve. And one of the things that
Oh, from NASA spaceflight.
we would really like to have
Excuse me.
at the end of the 20s. And when you want to have human landers at the end of the 20s, you start backing that up and you start saying, I have to have probably being procured 5 or 6 years before that, right? And so when we started looking at the timeline and refining the timeline, this ended up kind of fitting in the right time with the goals that we're trying to achieve right now. And so we're still in the next year. We just last week went to an acquisition strategy council with Steve Jurczyk on laying out the strategy with the timing of the services procurement. And
Anthony.
so it's an evolving thing, and like I said, we'll have to
Nothing is the matter with Chris G.
few months as we're
I like NASA spaceflight very much. I didn't know that he's from NASA spaceflight, but I didn't know who he was. But the way that he framed his question was, let's hear it again. It sounded very like, why would you go with SpaceX to me? And like there were some kind of flaws in the proposal process and their decision process to choose SpaceX. That's how I'm taking it as an empath. That's what I'm reading from the situation. Let's listen again.
right now seeing in
Love to know what you all think.
Thinking about what the timeline is. I appreciate it. I guess this is for Kathy.
This is him, right?
Isn't the selection at all? We said what we said we were going to do according to what was in the request for proposal, and we're moving forward, and don't anticipate requesting or needing any change at all.
Our next question comes from Chris Davenport from the Washington Post. Your line is open.
No. That's another guy. This Chris Davenport from the Washington Post. I don't think that's Chris F. from NASA spaceflight, is it? They're not the same.
Hi, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. I guess this is for Kathy. First, I don't know that Eric Berger's question got fully answered. I was wondering the same thing in terms of the cost of the prohibiting you from moving forward with more than one provider. And also, this is the first time we're hearing it about this landing services contract, subsequent competition. I'm just wondering, do you think you'll have more money then for that? If you could provide some details, how many flights you're thinking about, what the timeline is. Thanks.
This is somebody else.
First, and Chris, you're well aware of the way the process goes. I mean, the team goes off.
Do you hear that? You're well aware of the way the team. Okay.
We got 3 really great proposals. The team went and looked at them, and then looking at the proposal, the first thing you get to do is for selection is go say what's the best value to the government within the strategy and the goals of the original goals of the procurement, right? And so understanding that, but then we also go and look at how does that then fit within with the overall strategy and where we are now with what we're trying to achieve. And one of the things that we found out is we're trying to achieve is we would really like to have human landers at the end of the 20s. And when you want to have human landers at the end of the 20s, you start backing that up and you start saying, I have to have services probably start being procured 5 or 6 years before that, right? And so when we started looking at the timeline and refining the timeline, this ended up kind of fitting in the right time with the goals that we're trying to achieve right now.
Right.
And so we're still in the nascent period. We just last week.
Basically, we can't wait until 2040 to land people on Mars when we have a very viable option right now that is in prototype and will be ready soon. Capital S, capital O, capital O, capital N, exclamation point. Starship will be ready soon, exclamation point, period.
Week went to an acquisition strategy council with Steve Jurczyk on laying out the strategy with the timing and the services procurement. And so that's just an evolving thing. And like I said, we'll have to continue to talk to you about that over this next, few months as we're working through it. This was for us to talk about this particular procurement, but because we knew that there was a potential for there to be some questions about how does this fit in with the rest of the strategy, we're starting to talk about the rest of the strategy. There always was a rest of the strategy. If you went back to the procurement strategies that were there over the last few years, we had periods where we were trying to figure out, and we had different strategies to evolve the systems that people had, and then eventually buy services at some point. And as we've been learning things over time, and as the rest of our systems are maturing, including our gateway system, which is coming on contract, we obviously are going through our first demonstration of our crew transportation systems, and now we're trying to get better understanding and fidelity on the timing.
While she continues to try to appease this political, maybe not politically affiliated person. I don't know. Fun fact, I'm typing on my computer right now the description and keywording and doing all that stuff for this video that we're watching right now. That's what I was working on while you guys were watching me work on it. So yeah, I was in YouTube editing this description and everything that you read below, trying to write something that made sense right at this second in the video.
When we would like our services procurement to happen. The team needs to go out and look and see how many missions we'll be procuring, but we know we would like to procure multiple missions and have it so that there's a significant investment for people and that we have significant competition for that level of service.
Well said.
Our next question comes from Chelsea Goad. Your line is open.
Hi, Chelsea Goad from Space.com. I understand that going forward this means that Starship will be the vehicle to complete this lunar landing, and it's been said that the variation on Starship is what SpaceX intends to land as part of this program. Is there any more information now that they've been chosen about what this variation actually looks like, how it will be different from the prototypes that we've seen before, and what is planned?
I like that question. Great question, Chelsea from space.com. 2,000.
Certainly, so I'm happy to take that one if you want me to, Kathy. Go ahead and take some, but you know what's really nice with these kinds of agreements is, you know, SpaceX also will be, I'm sure, very happy to talk about their strategy too. But Lisa's obviously very aware of it.
Yeah.
But it will be good. It'll be good for folks to reach out to SpaceX also.
That's probably.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's what told me. Let me look at Elon, or let me look at the jets again, because that's what, when she made that statement, it made it sound like somebody was en route to wherever they are to do a press conference, maybe tomorrow or whatever, or I guess it's Saturday, but it's possible. Let me look. Let's see where Elon's jet is right now. Elon's jet. People. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so yesterday he was in Austin. 2 days ago, he left Brownsville, flew to Austin. From Austin, he just left Austin 1 hour ago. Headed to, let's see where he's headed. He's likely, normally they'll say where he's headed, but it doesn't say. Oh, going to Hawthorne. So he's headed to SpaceX in Hawthorne. Okay, so SpaceX's headquarters is in Hawthorne. So that's Elon, because that tells me what Elon's priorities are right now. And that would make sense. I don't know if they would do a press conference on the weekend, but it's possible. Okay, so let me look at the second SpaceX jet. There we go. Where you at? 7 hours ago. Nope, hold on. 10 hours ago, the second SpaceX jet took off from Hawthorne, the SpaceX headquarters, and was going to Brownsville, which is Boca Chica. That was 10 hours ago today, which is still Friday, April 16th. And it was going to Brownsville and then landed in Brownsville and then took off from Brownsville and... Wait, what? Okay. Took off from Brownsville and went to Hawthorne. So it seems like they're both going to SpaceX headquarters. So that would make sense because Starship isn't going to launch on the weekend. They're not going to do a static fire or anything on the weekend right now. So they are doing something at SpaceX headquarters, and likely Monday come static fire, hopefully, if the static fire goes successfully on Monday or Tuesday or whenever the weather allows for it, Elon's jet will go to Brownsville and he'll be in Brownsville at least 12 hours before likely scheduled launch is what I've figured out in my head. 12 to 24 hours. So fun. That's how much tracking I do. Anywho, thanks for listening.
That's a great point. Just from the human land, good. It'll be good for folks to reach out to SpaceX also. But go ahead and take some. But you know what's really nice with these kinds of agreements is, you know, SpaceX also will be, I'm sure, very happy to talk about their strategy too. But Lisa is obviously very aware of it. But it will be good. It'll be good for folks to reach out to SpaceX also. Oh, absolutely. That's a great point. Just from the human landing systems standpoint, operational and performance requirements that we asked the offerers, including SpaceX, to respond to. And we went through, a very detailed design, technical design, construction standards, safety, as well as health and human performance work. And all of that was pulled together, and that shifted various aspects of their Starship. Now, which ones of those? Kathy is right. It would be better to ask SpaceX, but they were able to meet or exceed the items that we had that we require for a safe human landing.
Why such a long pause?
Our next question comes from Will Robinson Smith, Spectrum News 13. Your line is open.
Hi, thanks for doing this. Can you all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Great. My question is for Lisa. Just wanted to circle back on that. The Super Heavy will be the launch vehicle that will carry Starship, correct, to the Lunar Gateway? And just to follow up on that, as far as the timeline for the Option A demonstration, is there a more specific date on when exactly that will happen? Thanks.
So Super Heavy, you are correct. That is the launch vehicle. And we are working towards the goal of 2024, just as we have had in the solicitation.
Our next question comes from Irene Klutz. Your line is open. Thanks, Irene Klutz, Aviation Week. Is this contract dependent on a certain funding level for HLX and fiscal 21? And if so, what's that amount? That's for Steve. And for Kathy, is there an on-ramp for Blue Origin and Dynetics or anybody else for that matter to compete for the landing services procurement, or is this sort of a one-way road for SpaceX? Thanks.
Hey, so yeah, we awarded the contract with SpaceX given the appropriations we have in FY21 and what we believe are realistic budgets in future years. So we believe this is doable within what we have and what we can expect in funding. Kathy, you want to hit the second piece?
So, sorry, the on-ramp. So sorry, Irene. So the services procurement is going to be a pull-up procurement, right? So everybody will be full and open procurement. So we're actually hoping that everybody's out there, and even new providers are out there and looking at, starting to look at different, the best opportunities for us to have a sustainable lander system and being able to provide sustaining landing services for multiple missions. We'll be, Irene, starting to get the data out there and everything, like Lisa talked about. We had a set of requirements for this demonstration mission, but we're actually putting together our sets of requirements now for our sustaining lander system and starting to pull together the strategies for that new full and open sustaining landing services contract.
Our next question comes from Jake Robbins. Your line is open.
Hi there. Thanks for taking my question. I know the Starship exceeds the mass and volume of the minimum requirements for the landing system. I wonder if there's any consideration right now on changing any of the logistics, either for Gateway or for the landing, to account for the increased capabilities now that you've signed on Starship.
They're making it thinner. They're making the material thinner. Starship material.
Talk about that. You're kind of working overall architecture. I mean, everybody just found out today. So I think we'll be looking at, like Steve said before, we'll be.
I said I learned from Elon's tweet yesterday. Everyone just found out today, so clearly this was a Elon button push or something.
Looking at different options, but we're sticking to obviously the basic pieces of our architecture. But Mark, you got anything else you want to add?
I'll just reiterate, Kathy, now that we've made the selection today, SpaceX does have, the Starship has additional capabilities, and we'll be factoring it into our mission planning, figuring out what pieces we need to fly when to support the mission. So that's the work we have planned in the next couple of months. But certainly, Jake, what you suggested is certainly something we'll be looking at.
Our next question comes from Chris Kephart. Your line is open.
Thank you. Chris Gephardt with NASA Space Flight. I think this is for Lisa. Earlier on, you mentioned that this Option A contract isn't just for the crewed lunar landing flight in 2024, but for an uncrewed demonstration flight prior to that. Can you walk me through that demonstration flight? How closely will it mirror an actual mission? Will it be required to test life support systems, the elevator? Will you look at cargo on it? And is the plan to then leave that uncrewed demonstration lander up there and then use it for the crewed lunar landing in 2024? Thank you.
So for our landing demonstration test, it is really the descent portion. We want to make sure that we can successfully and safely land the crew on the lunar surface. And so we wrote, as with everything on the human landing system, we tried to capture high-level requirements. And then from that, then we will, as you have alluded to, we can drill down deeper as needed as we get closer. So for now, it's a descent, it's a landing test, and then from that, NASA will work with SpaceX to determine the best path and to determine how best to execute, as well as additional systems that would be needed to be tested out prior.
Our next question comes from Zachary Hobart. Your line is open.
Yes, thank you so much. This is Zachary Albert with the Launchpad News. Thanks so much for taking my question. First, congratulations to NASA and the SpaceX team. This is a big step forward towards the Artemis program, and excited to be seeing that happening. We know we saw the first crew of Artemis astronauts announced a few months ago, but we know that the NASA training program is quite extensive. Are there plans to be starting to open that up for more people to start applying so that we are able to be sustainable when we go back, not because of equipment, but because we actually have trained astronauts? And will there be an option to expand with Gateway because the lunar Starship has such a capacity that there may be options for civilians to make the trip? Thank you so much.
Okay, so kind of a couple answers to that. First, yeah, we are actually in the middle of a astronaut application and selection process right now. We extended a little bit because of COVID to allow more people to apply and make sure we have graduation. So we are going to expand our astronaut corps. And yeah, and then we announced this first cadre of Artemis astronauts, but that's not the only cadre of Artemis astronauts. In the future, some of those folks will fly, and we'll expand the cadre, and more people will be considered for flying on Artemis missions. And then right now, no.
I don't know what cadre is in Artemis. I don't know anything about that, but I'm glad that NASA has chosen SpaceX to produce the vehicles and deliver and all that stuff because we were running out of time. So this is exciting. Oh my God, do we actually have Sawyer Marriott in the chat on the stream? What's up, Sawyer? Thanks for joining. What's up, Tom in Space? You're awake from Australia. What's going on? We are just doing a quick recap. Not quick. I'm replaying my stream from earlier. What's up, Mohawk Mike?
No plans on
Shout out, by the way, to Sawyer Merritt. Thanks so much for joining. If you guys don't follow him on Twitter, go give him a follow. Don't leave the stream, but go over to Twitter and give him a follow. I think it's at Sawyer Merritt. He is in the process of he has a company called Twin Birch and sustainable clothing, and it's going to launch within the next year, and he's doing big things. And also he's a big deal in the Tesla community. So go give him a follow. He's a great guy. Thanks for joining, Sawyer. At Sawyer Merritt. I'll put it in the chat.
Our next question comes from Zachary Hall. Your line is open.
Hey, my question is, in its contract, does NASA have a requirement for where Starship will launch from, like 39A at Kennedy Space Center, or could it be a SpaceX spaceport, like maybe one of the oil rigs that they're working on? And then also, is SpaceX allowed to compete against this contract, which would be flying private citizens without requiring the uncrewed lunar landing test, or is there any rule into that in this contract?
Hey, Lisa, you want to take that?
Yeah, I can definitely at least take the first part. So, as I mentioned earlier, we tried to keep our requirements as high level and open as we could, because we were looking for modern, innovative solutions and to see what industry came up with. And as such, they can launch from any launch complex. It could be like 39A. It could be at a different location, and that's something that you could address with SpaceX. So we did keep our requirements high level on purpose.
High level. High level. This. Wow.
Our next question comes from Paul Brinkman. Your line is open.
Welcome, Paul.
Thanks for taking my question. I guess a question for Lisa. As far as I understand, this Starship would be the first spacecraft to land on another planetary body that wouldn't have like an ascent module. And I'm just wondering if you could talk a little bit about what you see in Starship that's going to be able to land safely and then take off safely, all in one piece like that.
Okay, pause. It's Elon Musk, dude. Are you kidding me? What? In Musk we trust, okay? Sir, okay? It's Elon. It's SpaceX. Like, these questions are just bogus.
Or is that just something you're leaving up to the demonstration flight? And then also, I'd just like to ask if it's possible to have SpaceX on a panel like this soon so we can ask them more questions. Thanks.
Clearly this is a last minute thing. Yes, SpaceX will be there. Don't worry, sir. You seem like a nice man, nothing against you, but come on. I can't believe this.
Sure, I can take that. So what I
Musk
can
we
tell you is
trust.
that the solutions may look different. They may look like something you haven't seen before.
What was that? What was that? That was on their side.
Teams analyzed from an integrated performance and physics standpoint related to mass and capability and functionality, and to make sure the missions could occur. They could be done. We could close the mission. And so that was thoroughly assessed. So we are not, we do not have the concern there. We will continue to test, and as Kathy alluded to earlier, we will not launch until we're ready. We will not launch until we feel like all the systems are safe.
Duh. DUH exclamation point.
That was a great idea about us in the sign up.
This is me trying. I was going to set up a little shoot here, a photo shoot where I was showing my SpaceX Starman shirt that I'm wearing now and NASA shirt because I'm a shirt person. I love shirts, graphic tees. And with the gaff tape, you can see I have a red and a black permanent marker. I was going to draw a heart on the gaff tape and then put them on the shirts. But I ran out of time, but that's where my brain went. I'm such a dork.
Our partners long and
This is so funny.
I'm sure Lisa would love to have somebody here to answer some of these questions for her. So great job, but thank you.
Steve, so a couple things. First, I wanted to follow up on
I'm talking about SpaceX's jet leaving Brownsville, thinking that they were headed to NASA, wherever they're located. This is so funny. I love it. Thanks for watching.
clarifying and answering the previous question. I'm going to turn it over to Monica to wrap us up, and I'll make some closing remarks. So just to be clear on that astronaut application, we did reopen.
Sorry. Nicotine Jenkins says that was Jeff Bezos tapping into their system. Oh my gosh. In reference to that weird noise. Oh my god. That was so funny. Oh my gosh. That was really good. What's up, Tyler Daniels? What's up, Hector? Oh my gosh.
Process for new applications. We're not doing that. More time to do evaluation of the candidate that is and that was counting during COVID. I want to be clear on that. And then when I said that, the private citizens or folks outside our astronaut part to fly on the astronaut missions, it also includes astronauts from our foreign partners, our foreign partner agencies. And so that they will be part of the astronauts that fly as part of that missions along with our. Hey, thank you, Monica. So NASA program is well underway, as you can see, and with our lander order today, landing the next 2 American astronauts on the moon is well within our reach. Our work on Earth and in the stars has inspired humanity since the beginning of NASA. And when we once again walk on the moon, we will set the stage for human exploration farther into the solar system, including Mars and beyond. Technology development and maturation is essential for exploring the moon and preparing for crewed missions to Mars. In many ways, the moon will serve as a technology proving ground for the red planet. Our
Cue for the scripted content.
NASA team continues to be flexible and innovative to accomplish our missions, and that spirit of innovation is really critical to, has always been critical to our success. We cannot accomplish our missions without the support of our nation, our administration, and Congress. The President's recent funding request gives us the resources to continue to advance America's Moon to Mars exploration plan. No other country unite like space exploration, and with bipartisan support,
I agree.
we will move forward with our Artemis plan.
Cool.
Sustainable lunar exploration requires the best of NASA as well as our commercial and international partners. HLS leverages the best of U.S. industry and government knowledge, capabilities, and experience to push the boundaries of space exploration. So big thank you to Kathy, Lisa, and Mark, and all the media representatives for being a part of this important conversation today. This is an all-agency effort. One could argue it's an all-nation and global effort, and I could not be more proud of our NASA team and our commercial and international partners and all they do for NASA, the nation, and the world. So Monica, I'll turn it back over to you, and you can share everybody where they can get more resources.
Thank you everybody for joining us today. Thanks Steve, Steve,
Oh my God, I almost flashed all of you.
Thanks to our guests for joining the call, and as a
Whoa.
reminder, you can listen
Whoa.
to the replay of this teleconference.
Holy cow. Good thing I'm watching this. I need to be way more aware. Oh my God. Wow. That could have been really bad.
For 30 days. And again, one more time. Is there any
Oh my God, I'm cringing.
Speak over them or try to attempt to speak over them. I can't help but interject my thoughts, even when it's inappropriate or you guys are trying to listen to the newscast. I'm working on it though, so know that I'm working on it. I have thoughts and excitement to share, and it sounds like this is a big surprise to everyone at NASA and probably everyone everywhere. It sounds like elongated.
Dumb joke.
Somehow the word got out from SpaceX. Or Elon, maybe his tweet yesterday raised eyebrows or something. And so, it sounded like it was a big surprise. But I have thoughts. I'm going to go inside. I'm going to get my proper live stream set up. But stay with me here, because I'd love to know in the chat if anybody has any thoughts or questions.
Just a side note, I was planning on going inside and setting up to live stream again, but I didn't get back to setting up to live stream until 2 hours and 9 minutes ago, where you guys have all been hanging out with me. So in between that, I've been troubleshooting 8,000 things through Streamlabs OBS and downloading loopback software, and I went to the grocery store. I was on the Clubhouse. Like, it was a wild day. So in summary, I thought I would play Starship SN10, last Starship that I was at in person. I would replay that live stream when the rocket launches and lands, because I want you guys to see the crowd reaction if you haven't seen this video already.
All right, everybody, you guys ready to see this?
This was hour 6 or 7 of me live streaming that day. So, yeah.
Baby flag, I'm so ready.
That's...
$20 trying to help you never give up your dreams, never give up on space. Thank you so
Here, I'll pull in the chat from that.
much. Help you. You are such great support. Thanks for streaming. Thanks for joining.
Oops.
Okay, I'm gonna do a quick little pan. Okay, look at all these people, everybody. Here comes Tyler. Look at all of the people. It's so exciting to be here. Oh my gosh. Here we go. You believe it? All of these people? Wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more.
Here we go. All right. Wow. You guys feel like you're here a little bit?
Yay! This video is how I discovered you. Yay! I love that. Tom and Space. I'm so glad. Wow. Thank goodness. Thank goodness you guys were on that stream. Thank goodness I was there and able to be there, and was sleeping in my car and away from Stella for like 2 weeks. And this is my second attempt in Boca Chica trying to see a Starship launch. I'm so glad to hear that. Thank you. There's an X in the sky.
People, you hear good. 8 minutes. You love aviation and space, all things above and Godspeed. Thank you, USFA. SFS, the Little Wren. Wow, says Inferno, right? Your reaction breaks today. Thanks, Shark. Inferno, thanks for hanging your great support. Everybody, thanks for hanging out here. This is so cool. Starman. He's on his way to Mars, right?
Look, I'm wearing the same shirt. Oh, you can see my cursor. There's Joey L with the, of course, I Still Love You drone ship on the back of his sweatshirt. He may or may not be on this stream right now, or he'll be watching it tomorrow. Here we go.
Everyone like for this content? Yes. Lucky kids. Greetings from Norway. Yes. SpaceX Live has started.
Woo!
Oh, God.
Oh, I'm getting excited again. What's up, Tyler Daniels? What's up, DJ Jam Girl? What's up? My excitement when they boarded. Hector, yes, I figured it out. I downloaded a software and paid money for it, and I'll tell you about it later. Figured it out, though. Whew. We're getting there. SpaceX is live, Aaron Stark said. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh my God, I can feel it. I know it's coming. I know it's coming. Move this down a little bit. There we go. I had, I think, almost, that was the most I've ever had on a stream ever at one time. So many people on that stream.
Countdown is what? 2:45. All right, I have a quick time for Pan. Look at all these people. Look at all these people. There's Tyler. Woo woo! Yeah!
There's Molly, there's Dayton, Tyler, Jenny, Brian, Katie, all my peeps.
Everyone's psyched.
Juan.
I'm so glad it picked up Steve again. Thanks for your excitement. Yay!
Real quick, we know it exploded, and this is one of the pieces from when it exploded, and we're about to watch it explode.
You missed my other super chat. Oh, nonsense. Thank you so much. Appreciate the super chat. Okay. Thank you. $44.74. Go. Alan says, preparing your 3-year-old for a possible boom, but still fingers crossed. That's a good idea. Jason Brown, 2 minutes. Brazil. Oh my God, I'm gonna have lots of fun. Thank you so much. Don't be envious. You're here with me. Like the video. Thanks, Caleb, for the suggestion. Okay. No. Oh, God. Not even funny.
To answer your question, Tom in Space, I shot this video on my Android, which I'm on right now, talking to you guys in the chat. It's a Samsung Galaxy 10 Note Plus. This is my YouTube phone. This is my personal phone, an old ghetto iPhone. And then I used my Sony A6500 mirrorless camera crop sensor with a, it's a 50 millimeter 1.8 Sony fixed lens on a crop sensor. And I'll play that footage of it next. It's like 9 minutes and it's 4K. It's beautiful. I don't own any zoom lenses right now because I transitioned from DSLR to mirrorless and it's expensive and I only buy things in cash and I just don't have the cash. Oh, nice. I'm Dan. I was wearing those same shorts today.
30 seconds. Oh my God,
Here we go. Get ready, Rocket Girl. Hold. People were playing with me, saying there was a hold. I'm pacing.
In-person launch ever.
Ever.
Live stream. Oh my gosh. From Phoenix. Also, just let you know.
Like right now.
Holding. They're holding. They're holding. No. Almost an abort. All right.
Oh my god, it's coming. You guys ready? Buckle up, buckle up, buckle up. Yeah. Yeah, Tyler I'm getting tired. I'm slurring my speech. Tyler Daniels. Watch the kids' reaction. My favorite is, that's Grant, the curly-haired blonde kid, Grant. He's my co-host. He's awesome on camera. And the little girl, one of the little girls in the tutus goes, she looked at the rocket, saw it landed, and went, just watch. That is how I want to inspire kids that age to be excited about stuff like this. So watch this.
I'm holding my breath. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8.
I'm going to turn it up, everybody. Oh my god, that's so cool sounding. Every time I hear it. I feel like I'm there again. Woo. Oh my god, it's so cool. I don't even know what I was pointing at, but you can barely see it right there. I just should have just left the phone alone. It's gonna land. It's gonna land. That's what I was saying. Yeah, happening nonstop. Oh my gosh. That roar, you feel it in your chest. It's so cool. Go see it. Makes me want to drive to Boca Chica like tomorrow and see it again. But I'm moving there, so the area, so hopefully. There's Tyler. I'm gonna bring him on probably tomorrow. I can't breathe. Tyler, it's happening. Starman. He's also on my shirt. Those are my hands. Cool.
So we're coming up on engine shutdown. It's still propelling upwards. So once the engine shuts down, then the belly flop maneuver will begin. Holy high! That's so high! Oh my god, get high, Ceci Love! Let's get high!
420.
Oh my gosh. I don't even know where it's at.
Oops.
Oh my god, this is so cool. Wow. Alright. Wow, that's high. High altitude flight test, everybody. Oh my god, this is so cool. You're excited, you're excited. Oh, it's so high. Elon says get high. my gosh. I can't believe it actually won. Okay, here we go. Engine shut down.
What am I trying to film with my iPhone? My iPhone quality sucks. Oh, I'm filming Starman. Oh my gosh. Oh, adrenaline. All right. You guys might want to turn your ears down because I scream. Oh my god, it's coming down. It's coming down. Ah! Ah! Oh my god. I'm nervous again and I know what happens. Mic warning. Okay, so it reached highest ascent. Oh, you can see it. There it is. Right there. Yep, triple engine shutdown. That's right. Yep. You. Oh gosh. Here we go. Oh my gosh. I can see it coming down.
It's coming down. Oh my god.
I'm so. Watch the kids' reactions too. I'm on my knees. Oh gosh. Mic warning, everybody. Mic warning. Mic warning. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, it like brings me to tears. That was so cool. It's still standing. Look at the little girl in the tutu jumping up and down with her arms up. Tyler, it's crying. I'm crying. Love her. Mic warning. There's Brian. It was so cool.
Oh my gosh. Holy cow. That was insane.
Look at the girl. The little girl is jumping up and down.
insane. Oh my god. Oh.
Standing there now like a 15-story sundial. It's like,
For now.
History in the making. There's 176 people here.
hey guys,
This is history. Did you guys see that? I know you didn't see it when it was flying. Oh my god. Oh my god. Holy cow. 196 people.
Okay, so I do my bridge. Then the news wants to interview me. While the local news is interviewing me, it explodes behind us. I missed it with my eyes, and you'll see just a very faint orange mush in the background when we all turn around. The news camera points that direction, so stand by. Talking about how I came down. I'm a YouTuber. I'm here live right now. Love it. Farewell SN10. Rest in pieces. Okay, wait for it. Wait. Okay, so the moment that I say, they said, you're a part of history, and I go, I'm a part of history, that's when it explodes. Okay, so wait for it. You'll see me. You'll hear. Here we go. SpaceX. Here we go. Right now. Look, in the background. Background. Look, background. Behind me. Look, it exploded. It's gone. I thought it fell over. No, it didn't. It's gone. 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 And I have pieces of it. Exploded. Gone. Yeah. Yeah. Can it get any cooler? It didn't fall over. It exploded.
Oh my god, this thing is so many parts and pieces. You guys see that on camera? I'm glad I didn't stop the stream. I'm so glad you got that on video. You what? Oh, yeah! Woo-hoo! Swimming like this.
No, it's not for sale. He saw it.
So it was on the landing pad and it had landed, and then all of a sudden something went wrong and it just
I know. I'm bad.
exploded on the landing pad, which I don't know why.
I love it. I love it.
We got both of what we wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, we couldn't decide. We want to land, and we wanted to explode. We got both.
We got both.
Okay. So that was that. Now I'm going to play the 4K res footage. Let's see. That was shot on my Sony a6500. Boom. That. I said it correctly. I always mess up all the specs when I am tired and speak fast. Let's find it. Wow, I've done a lot of SpaceX since then. That's an 11. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Stay tuned. We're almost done here, everybody. I just want to play this, and then I'm going to sign off. I'm going to go to bed. Hopefully you guys will all go to bed. people who haven't slept. I haven't slept in a long time. Slept well. There's the COPD, PV, excuse me. There's the wreckage. And I'll just show the ending of this one, because that's the best part. If my internet will allow it. Maybe not. That's okay. I've got backup. Backup entertainment for this situation. This is what it looked like. Oh, I was on the stream and I said I had to pee. I was streaming next to Everyday Astronaut. Yeah, I had to pee. I had to pee so badly. There's no bathrooms there. Oops. Yeah, my internet's donezo. Let's see. Okay, this is the 4K. I don't think I can put it in 4K though, because my internet's so bad. But you guys can go take a look. Oh, wait. Here we go. There it comes. Don't crash, the little girl's saying. Wait for the roar. That was so cool. Yeah. Okay. So there's that. Yes, I agree with you personally. It's the issue with the wrapped around the fuel systems were darn near proven out with SN10 though. Yes, I agree. Yeah, I love this. Thank you guys and gals for hanging out in the chat. We are watching You Watch something. That's right, Cardin 1816. Welcome to my stream. Stephen Gamer says, I mess up words when I talk because my brain goes way too fast for my mouth, so I usually just don't talk. Oh, that's how I am too. And I think it's a sign of intelligence, to be honest, or ADHD, or both. But I do the same thing. I can't get stuff out fast enough, or I can't text stuff fast enough, so I get frustrated with texting, so I don't text. So I hear you. And let's see here. So there it is. Rest in pieces. So they recycle. There were steel recycling trucks coming in as they were cutting it up. And they were taking pieces to a recycling plant. So any pieces that were found in the wildlife preserve, I mean, they're everywhere. Pieces were everywhere. People behind me I was behind Everyday Astronaut. We were behind, the Tankzilla, the big tank, and it was creeping down Boca Chica Highway or Boca Chica Boulevard. Everyday Astronaut was in front of me. I was behind him, and then right behind me there was a Jeep Wrangler, and there were two guys, masks up to like their eyes. They pull off on the side of the road. They waited in the line for, I don't know, 30 minutes as we're watching the mover creep with the tank on it. And then they finally over on the side of the road, and they park, and both guys get out, and they have empty backpacks. So it's not recommended to take pieces. And pieces with any kind of data that SpaceX needs, absolutely give that to them. They need that data. But people are collecting. I'm not saying it's okay, but it was happening. And it's still happening, and it will continue to happen. And I just would like to give a public PSA. If you do collect something, make sure 100% there's a hotline that you can call about rocket parts or something to claim that you have whatever or you found whatever. I don't know the number. Somebody told me about it. So anyways, just a little disclaimer. But that's what it looked like. And there's Hoppy. And I have lots of other footage that I could show you from SN9 and SN10's rollout, but I'm tired. So I love you all so much. Thank you for hanging out. Almost under 3 hours, and then almost a 3-hour stream earlier today. You guys and gals are my peoples. And look forward to hanging with you all next week, this coming week, for... Let's think what's happening. There will be a static fire. I'm not I'm assuming I'll probably, you know what? I might not do the static fire because last time it was at like 6 a.m. my time, and it was so quick, and it was a success, and that's all I needed to know. So I may or may not, but not likely. Maybe. I don't know. Just turn on notifications so you can see when I go live. And also make sure that your notifications are enabled for Google Chrome or Safari or Firefox if you're watching it on your computer and it is in a browser, or if you're watching it on your phone and it comes up in a browser, not the YouTube app, but a browser. I have all my notifications turned off. So people have told me that they are not getting notifications when I go live. But after I'm done streaming, which is when it posts to YouTube that I was live, people say that they're just seeing that I had gone live. I'm pretty sure it's because their notification settings have been turned off, which I do the same, or else I would go crazy, turned off in their browser for YouTube, okay, or Google, because Google owns YouTube. So make sure that you have those enabled if you are having that kind of trouble. Also, if you have the YouTube app, you're watching it on the YouTube app, either on, I don't know how it works on TV, but on your phones, I have YouTube notifications turned off, push notifications, because I would go crazy. I have emails turned off. I have everything turned off. I do the same with phone calls, text messages. Like I've got ADHD, folks. Like there's just no way that I can have all these notifications inundating me all day long. I would get nothing done. So just friendly reminders. If you're having trouble getting notifications when I go live and you're seeing it after it's posted, check those things. Okay? I don't want you to miss the streams either. Trust me. I want everybody to be here. The conversation is so much more fun when it's a community. It takes a village to build a village. And you all are my village. We're a village building a village. So love you all. Jessica Kirsh here. I'll see you next week for Starship serial number 15, SN15. And likely NASA It's a SpaceX launch, but NASA's Crew 2 mission. And from Starman, I'll say goodnight. Good night, everybody.